Yeah, hey guys, I'm Julian. In the last 2 weeks, two guns have been pointed at me and I've almost lost my hand while performing the ridiculously hard task of closing a door. And I don't know what other awesome crazy shit this future holds for me, so it's finally time to start something I've been wanting to do for a long time, which is generating my own income. And in the long run, I want to earn enough money to afford a tourist flight into space. Short term, or rather in the middle term, I want to go from pretty much 3K in the bank I have right now to 3K of euros of net income per month. And I'm going to do this by, first of all, specifically not building a product, by not relying on any money I've been or will generate from a potential day job, and by spending no more money on theoretical courses, but by prioritizing action. And as you probably guessed it, for the meantime, I will only do it with one hand. So then we can come quickly to my story. I'm 30 years old. I've just finished my Master of Business Informatics, or Information Systems, it's sometimes called. I'm currently ending a student internship here in Brazil, the most dangerous paradise on earth. So with only 13 years old, I've been playing FIFA. I've never thought about making any money. I've never tried anything, and basically my whole childhood I made zero money, and I never even thought of making any money on my own. It didn't really change during basically all my 20s. Last year, though, I started with a colleague. We met in a design thinking course. So I have a background, quite intense 6 months training of design thinking, which is basically a product development methodology. We started a community on Meetup, where we still give free design thinking trainings. Then we had like a flagship course, which was 3 hours, and we wanted to make this course paid. We tried it. We made $0. We had basically not really, although it got very good recommendations or reviews within the free course. We basically didn't generate any interest. So yeah, this was kind of a fail. And then we even tried to, for shorter workshops, start with a fee of as low as €5. And again, nobody turned up. So this is kind of the background in this case. So what I also did, I have a background in sales. I sold basically online or in video calls, photovoltaic systems. I have a bit of a background in product management, and I started my career being an IT consultant. So I used to code a bit in Java and HTML5 and JavaScript, so front end. But yeah, honestly, I had more fun engaging with people in person, so that's why I didn't go any further there. So now we come to my plan. So as you can see here, Project Space basically will start it with this first video, which I will upload on Sunday. And then I want to start with the $100 challenge of solopreneur Justin Welsh. And I will explain it more. My deadline is the 31st of May. Then I want to also, covering this process, I want to upload 3 videos. And basically it's a 1-week challenge, this $100 challenge. But it's basically just to get you started. I think I also want to do some holiday travel before I return back home. So I gave myself pretty much 20 days. And yeah, then until mid of the year, I want to upload another, in total 10 videos. And I'm also currently in the process of applying for a day job, although I did not get much response yet. And I applied for some internships also in this product building domain, entrepreneurship domain. But yeah, most likely if I get something, it will only really start in August, September, October. And wouldn't it be much more nice to self-sustain myself. Self-sustain in this case means I would need approximately 1k of euros of income. I'm basically, before I moved here, I put all my stuff to my parents' house, so I basically pay no rent, and I think with 1,000 a month I could live. In the long run, in the middle term, I want to come to 3k a month, and then finally affording this flight into space. So now to the question you've probably asked yourself, so Julian, how do you want to do it without building a product? And to explain this, I recently, in an Ali Abdal video, I came across this ladder of wealth creation of Nathan Barry, which you can see here. So basically, to get wealth, he argues there's 4 different stages. The first stage is working for money. So you have a day job, you get paid for the time you spend there. There are certain skills which he outlines in this blog post a bit below, which are important here. It's basically showing up, doing what you're told to, and some other ones. And yeah, with this, majority of people do, but there you're kind of limited. And then on the far other side, on the right side here, you have selling products. So we are like basically skipping 2 essential parts of the ladder within which we learn skills which we need to launch and sell a product. A product could be an app, a physical product, something like a platform, Facebook, Uber, eBay. He's explaining here a digital product like an ebook or even like a physical ebook. So what I see many people do, and which I don't want to fall into the same trap, is jumping from this time for money directly to the selling of a product stage. And I think there's like, when I think of all the logistics you have to do alone, basically, the logistics, if you have a physical product, the manufacturing, or even the coding, it's so time-intensive tasks, which I think many people do it because like the process is nice and it feels good to get something done. But I think the trap with this is that you have that you really get going very fast, and you kind of miss, first of all, if this is anything another person would actually buy, and then you're so far into it already that you can't not really stop, and you put everything on this cart, on this way, and oftentimes it doesn't work because it's fucking hard. And what this Nathan Barry argues basically, and I think makes very much sense, is that you should start by creating your own service business. So now, what is the difference between selling a product and selling a service? Basically, a product, as I said, is in general something tangible, can be digital or non-digital, but it's something you can touch. So it could be an app, could be neatly thing like this one, for example, which you can interact with and which solves one problem or many problems for you. And service is something intangible. It's an act or use you provide to another person, to a client, and most often it takes the form of consulting or education, for example. So it's basically the knowledge you have, you give to another person, or you use this knowledge to solve a problem for them. And this is what I want to focus on. I want to climb this whole ladder here. And the next step, after having a day job, which I don't have at the moment, but I had many years, is to create a service business. And I would argue it's much more easy than making this big jump from the day job, time for money, to selling a product. Credit is due. I learned this from the video of Ali Abdal. I will also link it below so that you can maybe understand it a bit better. But basically, this is the wealth ladder, and this is the difference between trading time for money, creating your own service business, and selling a product. And I will do all these steps until eventually I will maybe end up in space. And I will not start with selling products because it's fucking way too hard. And it's a skill set I don't have, and I think actually many people who start out don't have, and that's why many people fail and maybe quit because they just think it's way too hard. So let's see how my journey will turn out, but this is the plan. And yeah, last but not least, credit where credit is due again. I was inspired to start this YouTube channel and this journey by Ludwig Sonek. He's an entrepreneur, currently also sharing his journey of getting an income. He's doing it with a product. So let's see how this turns out. But check him out. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video here. Shut the fuck